hour after the live. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time. John, welcome in. Make sure everybody also to hit that like button so we can help push through the algorithm, help push the analytics a little bit in our favor, and allow more people to reach this beautiful community. I decided to do this outside today because a little bit in my favor to where it's not like in the low 20s today. So I wanted to do a little update outside. I'm actually this live outside. I just ran over there to feed the cat. But anyhow, thank you all for tuning in. Let me timestamp this real quickly. Good evening, 6:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Monday, December 4th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. As we see XRP, excuse me. As we see XRP here, just before the daily close, we've got about 24 minutes. XRP's at the 6233 level, up about 0.08%. It's been on a pretty interesting journey today. You've had a swing low all the way down at 585, a swing high all the way up at 6432, effectively liquidating the longs and the shorts of any substance within a matter of probably an hour or so. David, welcome in. John, Infamous, good afternoon or good evening. You're welcome, Infamous. JW, welcome in. Brad, JW, hopefully you're having a blessed evening. Brad, I'll finish going through that the next time it pops up on my screen. But XRP grabbed that liquidity now, but now we must stay above this 616 level. So we would love to see a close. We're well within range of having a decent close still. Being above 616 here on the daily. Another sign of strength, like we've talked about, is to stay over this 626 and not fall back within between. So if we do have a candle close 626 or higher, it'll at least close on top of this channel still. So we're in the channel right now a little bit. We need to go up about 25 cents here, 25, 30 cents to get back out of this channel on the daily close. Kryptonian, good evening. Meat in the future. Meat is the future, yet it is indeed. Good evening, my friend. John Hall, good evening. Rob, Free Toast, and Harvey, welcome in and good evening. Hope you're all doing pretty good. Hope you're having a pretty good night here. Hopefully, things are working out in your favor today, or at least you've put the effort in today to help progress towards tomorrow. Lewis, good evening. Good to see you in here, Lewis. So, but with XRP, I know when it's like it is on days like today, it's not as sexy. People are not as happy. You know, it's one of those things like, look at the manipulation. It's right in our faces. You'll notice, like I always say, on days like today, not as many people are going to be watching. It'll pick up as we go along, but the general buzz for XRP today will get lost in the shuffle. Everybody's going to say, look at that fantastic fall. I'm saying, look at this bull flag that more than likely played out here underneath the noses of most, just because of what just happened, the volatility. We had that big drop. Now, you could say it's like that. You could do it underneath, but I like to use the wicks. So if you just came up like this, and you're like, all right, well, you know what? XRP, technically, I mean, it's hard to say because that's the 30. I'll go into a smaller time frame just so we can see if that's accurate or not. That's not really for the 15. Let's see the 5. No, it's right here. See on the 5 where it pulled back right there. So, I mean, I would argue that I think that's probably more of a bull flag than a bear flag there, if you're asking me. Hey, no problem, Lewis. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. Without everybody tuning in, it wouldn't even, one, nobody would see this. But two, it wouldn't be special. I mean, you could argue that it actually is up here. I just like to use the evidence we have. So it's giving us this picture It's given us this. I would just say that's more than likely a bull flag and disguised as a bear flag. We've seen this before. We've seen this before when we had the big breakdown before. And it was the same thing. So we're going to see what ends up happening here. But if this does play out to the top side, it would end up clearing this section. And then we'd start to look at this up here at like 647. Like I said, we need to get on 648 and start breaking above this area. And then we can start pushing the 75 cents. And I think right now we're seeing a lot of the ammo they have right now. Do they have enough firepower to bring us down this channel? And is this right arm just going to drop on us? Or is this starting to overextend? And now it's just getting ready. It's getting ready to break out. And like, you look at Catalyst here. I don't know if anybody's been paying attention to Bitcoin. But Bitcoin being at 41,864. Remember the technical target. We came very close to hitting it today. And now I can show you what I told you I would only show you if it became relevant. So I did it. I drew out the target from the broadening wedge breakout if we played it true. And I measured the wedge. And I'll just show you. So Bitcoin right now, it hasn't fully filled out the technical target. It's very close. It came very close. We had a target of 42,663. Was the technical move after breaking out of this wedge. And it did. It filled out both targets. Now, if this played true out of here and you measure the entirety of the overall broadening wedge, the technical target could get us over 52,000. Obviously, you would have to clear 42,000. Well, maybe not obvious, but you'd have to clear 42,663 and hold it as a support for that first layer to hold. And then after that, you come up to our first tier cup and handle up here at 47,000. You get above that, then we can try to fill out the entirety of this cup and handle here before the sudden drop. From when it had the correction, came back all the way through. Then you start working up higher, but you really could be targeting 52,000 if this plays out properly. That was the target I said I would not say unless there was a reason to say it because I didn't want to give anybody hopes up. It still would be giving your hopes up if you just think it's going there. But it's definitely on the table now. It's on top of this broadening wedge. And now we're coming up to that first layer resistance. So, and that's the technical target out of the smaller broadening wedge. Now it would play, if you get on top of 42,663, it puts it in play. It puts this in play. That's another 10,000 if it goes up there. So I'm not saying by any means this is guaranteed, but we're breaking out of a very expandable broadening wedge here. And it was a 2-tier setup. So this is pretty friggin' interesting if you ask me. What do you guys think? We have, and gals, we have 51 people here, 30 likes. Please make sure to hit that like button as it will help push this content through the algorithm. It really will. It really will. If you don't want to hit the like button, you can always send a YouTube super chat or join Tom's Army. But I have a lot of confidence that this audience will do the right thing and pay it forward by not sending a donation if you don't want, but by hitting that like button and allowing more people to see this fine audience and this fine community and be able to stay on the same page and not have to sit through paid advertising and promotions and sponsorships. There's a reason I don't do that. And be able to trade like I do with me without any strings attached. XRP, somebody asked about the pattern formation and breaking out. Yes, you're right. Going back to 2016, this is in fact a pattern. Big CJ, welcome in. Thanks for tuning in, my friend. I greatly appreciate seeing you in here. All these fine people here tonight. But this is the resistance back in January 2018. All-time highs here. Came down to the pattern uptrend in 2020. Hit it again over here in late 2020 after the lawsuit. Mini bull run in 21. Came back down in 22 and 23 on that uptrend. So in order to break out, everybody keeps asking me, Tom, is this a real run? Not yet. For me to even say that you could possibly start breaking out of a mini bear market and start to teeter on a reversal, first you would have, this is first of two things. You have to get over 85 cents. Get on top of this pattern that's been going on since January of 2018. We got to get over that first. Second, we need to get over $1.13 because in my opinion, after going in between, that will get you on the right side of town to try to have another mini bull run. But the target would be $2.10 from here. If you broke out from here by the end of the year and you started breaking out, it's not saying it's going to do it in a day, but your technical target after breaking out of this 6-year formation, the technical target is technically right around $2.10. So that means if you bought 10,000 tokens at 346 with us, it's 3,460 bucks. If it goes up there, it's worth over 21,000. So you would make over just about 18,000 on every 10,000 XRP owned. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, but I mean, there's some potential here. There's potential here for a nice move. So it was never, it had to break this week. I don't know what you mean. You said if XRP doesn't break 85 cents this week, that doesn't, nothing says it has to break it this week. It's still 85 if it breaks this week, for example, or it's lower. Well, I mean, it's still 85 unless it breaks 85 cents. If it doesn't mean it goes lower right now, it could still trickle up here. But if it doesn't break 85 cents, there's nowhere to go but lower. Because then you might have to come all the way back down and retest 40 cents. That's the 2020 uptrend. That's what I mean. We're converging right now. So you want it to break out. But this looks like it's setting up for a move up. This looks like it's rounding up. It's getting the liquidity we need. It looks tailor-made for the finished move up to that 85 point. It might even be 82 as you go along. It just depends where you hit. That's January 8th. But right now, 85 is where I'm targeting. Unless it breaks down on us. And like I keep saying, this is why I say this. Unless it breaks this level, right now, unless we break this level, it's still the same. Unless we break that 618, this is fine. This pattern's fine. I mean, I created that little bull flag in the smaller time frame. But watch back here. Forget the bull flag. It just needs to hold this area. You want to stay above. First off, you have to hold this uptrending support on this little formation on the way up on this channel, because if you get squeezed here and rejected, you come all the way back down here. There's really no in between. You already took out this liquidity. Now the chances of holding a double bottom here are so slim. So you just want to keep going up, make this like the inverted arm, and now push up off of a bull flag. That's why I tried to show it in this. It's so hard to see it though unless you take it down in the smaller time frames. But I think it's formed a bull flag here. I really do. I know it's disguised to look like a bear flag, but again, until it's not a bull flag, it's a bull flag to me. This is a bull flag. And if we want to come down here just to make it look better for the longer time frames, I have no problem with that. It's just a matter of interpretation. But that, I think, is a bull flag. I do. I think it was designed, and I think there's more room on the bottom. Like if you're hanging a flagpole, does this look like there's more room on the top or bottom? That's the question. I think it's more of a bull flag than bear flag setup. But we'll see. It's going to be an interesting ride here. It's going to be an interesting ride indeed. The 15 minutes starting to try to push up. It's holding on the 200 here. It's never given way besides a wick. So maybe, just maybe, it's going to start pushing out here in the next 15 minutes. XRP down to lower line. So down here at like 6216, you're saying? Or are you saying down here to the 619? Oh, wait a minute. That's my arrow. Forget that. You're talking about down here to the 618. It can bounce all the way through here in that little bear flag. It sure can. Did I just delete my bear flag? I did. I think I did. Whoops. That's what happened. I just deleted. Yeah. I deleted my line like an idiot. Now there's so much stuff going on in this area that it's now it's becoming a mess. We're converging. Look how converged this is. We really need to break out of the spot right here. We really need to break out of the spot. Yeah, it could come down to 618 again and try to get some more steam. But you really want to start staying in this area. You don't want to keep breaking down if you want this to play out. I mean, it's so tight, though. That's such a tight spot. But that's the overall. It's just a tight area now. It's going to be an interesting close. The daily's a true squeeze candle. Right now, it's a bullish squeeze. You know what would make it even more bullish? It won't happen, though. If we could have got over 6334 or 634, I don't think it's possible right now, though. I don't think we have enough steam. We're still at 624. We're still at 624. as it takes off one of my XRP charts. How dare it? How are we supposed to see it if it takes off half of the charts, or a third of the charts? Oh, excellent. Now I get to redo it all. Well, not all of it, but 2 of them. So I always say I would never pay for TradingView, but if they're going to keep giving it for free so we can at least see the charts, it's worth it. Anybody who's paying it for it's probably ripping their hair out as we speak. Especially the amount they try to charge these days. It's outrageous. Outrageous, I tell you. But that's this is what I'm seeing. I mean, there's not much we can say. You see the manipulation. We all see the manipulation loud and clear. Please hit that like button. 50 likes, 83 people. I think we can do a lot better than that. There's been no donations. No one joined Tom's Army. I think simply hitting that like button would be a certain sense of... it would be a great thing to do. Be a great thing to do. Make it worth my time. It is worth my time with all of you, but help me push my content while I'm out here. Help me promote my content. If you appreciate this community, please. It takes literally no time to hit that like button. But that's basically what I got. That's basically what I got. I don't really see much to the back and forth right now. I don't see very many other opposing views or anybody who's really, I can only push the conversation so far. So if nobody's talking or if nobody's pushing it, I only need like 20 minutes to get through these lives. Sometimes I go an hour, but it basically depends on the audience. It depends on our back and forth. 618 Ernie says yes. Okay, I already went with Ernie. We talked about that. Do you think XRP is a bit slower seeing market explode? I don't know if I'd necessarily say it's slower. It's definitely behind a lot of stuff. Like VeChain today is up another 6%. We've got Casper up 6%. We've got a lot of the market actually did pretty well today. XRP does typically like to wait for an explosion point. XRP is I think it's inevitable. Unless for some reason it breaks down. I think there's going to be an inevitable point here where all of a sudden XRP is up 18 to 22%. We're like, holy shit. I do. I think we're just waiting for that where all of a sudden it's up 10 cents. And it's going to happen quick. We all know how it happens with XRP. The fact that it ate this up that quick is a great sign. The fact that it could eat this up. Ernie, thank you so much for the $2.99. I greatly appreciate that. First donation of the night. What a guy. What a guy. Thank you, Ernie. But the fact that it ate this up, look, we were all the way up here at 643. We had our beautiful 9% liquidity grab. And the fact that it ate it all up, ate 5.5%. Now we're barely 2.7% down from the top. Not to mention we ate everything up, and now we didn't even lose. We made our higher low today in the daily. How about that? When it closes. So we didn't close lower. We're actually, right now, the way it's moving, getting back up to 624 is not bad. It's not bad. We're positive on the day. That means something when you look at daily candles. This would be a bullish close even though it doesn't look like it. It looks like a squeeze candle, but it's squeezing to the top side. We have a lot more pressure to the top side. Oh, you've seen a massive cup and handle from July. You sure did. If you go back here, it starts. This is the one from July, but you have another one right here that goes back in November. We can see it's rounding, but a massive one right here. It just needs to swing around. So absolutely you did. Back here, July, boom. Building the handle for the first layer, see? This is the first layer handle. I think it'll be easier if I draw it. But this came around, it's building the bullish handle on the cup, and then boom. It should be able to swing up and do it again. And that's what you want to see. You want to see swing. So at some point, we're going to see something where it's like, phew, and all of a sudden we're at 75 and we're like, damn, that filled that out. And then it's going to probably do the same thing. And so that's what we're looking for. And then if you just look at this, you could just say something's converging here. I mean, I'm not going to tell you what's going on, but you can watch this. And now you got the rounding on the bottom, bullish handle on the cup. I mean, do I have to say more? The only thing that could kill this is if it breaks the formation. If it can't continue this move and somehow this becomes the that's just, it can't get over. It's like, that's there and it's like boom, 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 boom. And then eventually it would come down. But typically when it's like, and it gets more steam every time, it's like, nope, okay, farther down, nope, okay. And now eventually it's going to come out. And with Bitcoin, that's why I always tell everybody, everybody's like, oh, XRP can only move with Bitcoin. Really? It seems to me XRP hasn't done dick, and Bitcoin's moved like 3,000 points, 4,000 points. If you look at it, XRP hasn't done a damn thing, and Bitcoin's all the way up to almost 42,000. It's at 42,000. And XRP is exactly where it was at when it was at 28. So I don't believe it's a one-to-one equalization right now. I think some of the ISO tokens are kind of doing their own thing right now. And if you look at like IOTA, for example, we talked about this massive 100% plus move, and I even showed everybody. Some people were like, oh yeah, okay. And I'm like, if I could buy it, this is the only thing I'd be buying in the FOMO Fridays right now. It went up 115%. It was ready. It's the same thing with Algo. Some of these are ready. They're just so ready. Algo has to have a big move up here. I'm telling you, one day we're going to wake up and Algo is going to have one of these 100 and something percent moves, just like, I mean, we bought Algo at under 10 cents, 7,800 tokens. So, I mean, look at, we're already almost double. No, not that. That's not true. We would need to get to about 19 cents. But yeah, a lot of these look like they're ready. That's why I said something don't feel right the other week. It didn't feel right. Bitcoin looked like it was ready to break out. All these targets were set up, and yet they put these death crosses real quickly because they're lagging indicators. I've also talked about Bitcoin dominance. What's going to make it go up? And there's a 68% chance it breaks up. In this case, Bitcoin's just going up a hell of a lot faster than alts. This looks like there's room still to come up. And the moment my cat just slid right down. And the moment it comes down, that's when the alt season will start. Right now, while this is going up, you're not having an alt season in the generic terms. XRP Rich Tom, keep up the great work. Check out ABT. I will. I just don't know what it is. We got 3 minutes until the daily close. So I think we're about the best we could hope for with what we had today. Like I said, as long as we stay over first layer 618, and then second layer, look at this. We're actually very, very close now. 624, remember, that's the ultimate. If we could close over 624, it'd be fantastic. It'd be fantastic. So let's see if we can continue this little show of strength here, because it would keep us over the rising or the falling channel. It would keep us over the falling channel. But yeah, it'd be nice. It would be nice. So we're going to continue to see what happens here. Let's see. We got 2 minutes until the daily close. 2 minutes. And I'm excited to see. I want to see, what is this? Oh, what are they going to say? I have too many, I'll have too many. All right. What the hell did he say? ABT, 80, I can't remember now. Shit. Oh, I'm going to have to wait for somebody to comment. But that's what I'm really seeing. That's what ABT. That's what I'm really seeing for XRP. Let me add this real quick so I can see something. Oops. ABT. I'm going to assume it's some kind of crypto, not the stock market. But I could be wrong. I mean, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. Not good enough. I'll look later. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. Oh, arch block. Well, that helps, actually. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Golden cross I can see right off the back in the daily. Yeah, this looks exactly like all the charts right now. We're on these massive descending channels, or descending triangles, I should say, this one. It's just ready. A lot of these were ready. This one is another one. It's starting to finally get a little bit of its momentum back. I mean, I don't know this from the fucking hole in the wall. I can just tell you what I'm seeing here. It's basically what we're in right now. This is exactly what it's in. If it breaks these upper levels, which it's attempting to right now, to break this pattern, it got rejected first, but that's a beautiful consolidation. These are descending channels. That's exactly what XRP had when it first broke back up into the mid 60s or low 60s now. I know I spent way too much time on this one, but now that I'm here, that's where you'd be testing next. If this breaks, your first target's going to be there, but if this actually breaks, and this played out true, and it was finally like, all right, it's time to finally get some of this back, you could be looking at a pretty impressive move here. I mean, this has been stuck in here, but more than likely it'll just keep playing the game. But if it's ready to break out, I mean, there's going to be a point where that's going to have a destiny push. XRP closed at over 624, it looks like. 6242, good. Good. At least the daily candle is going to be on top of this. At least this is going to be on the top of it. Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see, but at least closed on top here. We need to get out of here, though. At 624 now. Right now, we held this uptrending support. We held this pattern as of right now, this bear flag. But now we can see we're going to have to push out of here. Other than that, that's basically what I got. ADA, I can look at that real quickly. Let's see. What the hell is ADA? I must have deleted ADA. Well, I don't think I'm deleting ADA. I think this is deleting it because I don't look at it all the time. I don't notice. I used to have a nice chart for ADA. I'm sure it's not on here anymore. It's another one. They're all the. I mean, all. If I didn't know any better, I would think there was a massive trading bot for crypto. I mean, you just seen the one I did, right? Literally, you just seen the one I did. They might not be exactly the same, but you start to see a pretty general look at what's going on here. These are all descending formations that are starting to break out. This one's already starting. Like, just looking at it, I can tell you this is already on its way out of a breakout. That's what I mean. All of these are on these descending structures, and it's amazing when you start looking. They're all, literally, they are all on the exact part of a breakout pattern. Whether they're coming in one way or the other, in channels or descending triangles or however they want to do it. Inverted head and shoulders like this one. And you can, I mean, just look at this. This is exactly what XRP's got a touch of it. Boom, 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 out. Now what if it, boom. I mean, you can clearly see the inversion. Once it does that, it will be so much easier when it pulls up, but it's all there. This is prototypical reversal. And I mean, if you're looking, well, what's Bitcoin doing? Oh, Bitcoin's almost 42,000. Oh shit. Well, this is actually going to happen then. That's how I'm looking at it. Because of what's going on with BUSD, like I said, there has to be a pump. Even if there's a dump, that would mean there would have to be a pump and dump to get all the big guys out. So you might as well ride it. You're talking about a move up to like 50 cents here, if this plays out true. So that's what I'm seeing, ladies and gentlemen. If you can see the picture here tonight, it's to honestly see how everything seems to be setting up for another leg up. Even though we're getting consolidated, it looks like we're moving up to another leg. It looks like XRP's rally is inevitable. I know it's hitting a rough patch right now, and as long as you're not futures trading, this doesn't matter. If you're just a spot trader, forget about the volatility. The volatility is that's a chance for someone to make money. Hopefully it's not a chance for you to lose it, though. You know, when somebody's making money, somebody else is losing it and vice versa. So Let's pay attention to what we've got in front of us. Let's continue to keep our eyes wide open, and let's continue to see how this is going to play out. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If I see the need to come back a little bit later, I will. I'm pretty busy on Monday nights with the kids and such. So I'm glad that I can continue to come here and we can at least talk together. I'm proud of the 92 people that are here, because even on a bearish day, I'm proud of you for being here and understanding that it's important to see every single one of these structures and make sure that you can stay in tune with the market. Make sure you watch Crypto Scrooge here on YouTube. He's homegrown from the community, branched out onto his own, right around 1,000 subscribers now. Incredible accomplishment. He covers solo everything on the XRP ledger. So it's a pretty cool thing what he does. So stay blessed, everybody. Make sure to hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. If you want to pay it forward, you can always send a YouTube super chat or join Tom's Army. If you're looking to trade XRP or your favorite crypto, video description below. You can trade the way I do with the lowest spot fees and be able to futures trade or spot trade on the exchanges that I use. And there's a reason why I do it. So please, please take advantage of that. Stay blessed, everybody. Thank you all so much. You've made my night incredibly awesome. You really have.